Yo, welcome. Welcome to my first review video. This should be fun. So I figured I'd go the route of doing review videos because I buy a lot of stuff. And, a lot of the things I buy, I do a lot of research. I'm one of those people who, will watch hours and hours of other people reviewing it on YouTube before and afterwards of the purchase. And so I do, I'm reading through the Reddits and the blogs and again, the YouTube videos, the TikToks, because when I go to make a purchase, I want to make sure that I have all the information and I am well informed so I don't regret the thing that I buy. Unfortunately, there's not always reviews on some of the products that I'm looking at. I'm hoping that I can provide some insight on some of the products that I find that aren't very well known and give you some valuable insights on the products. For this first review, it's sort of an open box so for this first review, it's going to be very light. I'm going to do an opening of the new Bevel electric shaver. Look at that. And I'm also going to give a review on some of the previous products. So this is a bevel review video and unboxing. Let's go with that. All right. So before we hop into our unboxing of the new Bevel electric shaver, I figured I'd give you a little history on my shaving journey and how I ended up finding Bevel. So as you can see, I am a man of color, a black man, and it is notorious that we are tormented with razor bumps and sensitive skin. So growing up, I witnessed my dad, he would use this powdery substance called magic powder. Essentially, it's a depilatory. What you do is you take this powder, you mix it with water, and it becomes this paste. And you put that paste on anywhere you would not want hair, sort of like Nair, and wait a couple minutes, and then you would, essentially wipe it off, and the hair would come with it. Well, the thing about magic powder is that it has a very notable fragrance. Okay, fragrance is nice. It has a very noticeable stench. Whenever my dad would use it, it would stink up the house. So, that was my introduction to shaving. And so that is what I used for many of my formative years. And again, same issue. I would stink up the house, roommates or girlfriends would complain, like, him, that stinks. Your powder stinks. And I even, eventually started thinking, something that stinks so bad and something that just like allows you to just wipe off your hair can't be the best for your skin. So then I took the deep dive into various razors. I figured I could give it a try. Let me just go buy a Gillette and shave. So I went for the shave, and lo and behold, a day or two later, the irritation comes, the little red bumps come, and then it's just a catastrophe on the face or wherever you're shaving. As I progressed in age, I started shaving my head as well. Obviously, magic was not going to go on my head. So I had to find an alternative. I dabbled into safety razors, like the single razors, like old school razors. And I did that for a while, and it got me a really close shave. It took a couple of times of practice and, finding the right blades and the right tool. But eventually I had a system down and I didn't have as much irritation. And it was, fairly successful. But I felt that the process to get to the point of like, hey, I'm here and I just want to shave my head was too much with that. And when I traveled, I couldn't put my razor in my carry-on. And usually when I travel, I try to travel light. I didn't want to have to check an entire bag just so that I could bring a razor. So I had to find an alternative. So I came across Bevel. They had, this electric trimmer, which this guy right here, the OG, the original. I heard a lot about it. I had friends who had bought it. I heard a lot about it on the internet. I think I've seen interviews of the gentleman who founded the company. And so I was intrigued, but this thing was like $200. So it was, quite expensive. I just couldn't bite the bullet. Eventually, you know, I was able to afford such a luxury of an expense. And I was like, you're doing this for yourself. You're not going to the barbershop, you're not getting haircuts. So, eventually you'll balance it out. I ended up purchasing this, and I will tell you, this is probably, and I have probably about 15 different trimmers and clippers, or whatever you want to call them. I have at least 15. I have the Andes T outliners. I have various versions of the wall. I have some Osters or Oyster or however you say that brand. I have them all. And this is my tried and true. The reasons I really love this one is because I was looking for something that could get a close shave, especially when I started shaving my head. And now, I don't shave my beard, but I shave under here. As you can see, I need to shave. So I was looking for something that could shave close. Again, top priority was not irritate my skin. And I really wanted something that was versatile. I didn't want to have a different clipper for, edging or lining up my beard, and have a different clipper that would, trim down any excess hair or do the shaving for me. The cool thing about this is that this pops off and you can, buy proprietary blades, but they're interchangeable. And so, again, with all the research that I did, a lot of people recommended the T outliner for this. It comes with a blade, but you have to buy the T outliner unless you get some sort of bundle. You got to buy this separately. This is the only blade I use. This is like the one. I'm able to, first of all, one of the cool features about this is that if you've cut your own hair for a while and you've used the Andes and the walls, you know that like you want to get a zero gap so that you can get as close as possible. This has an adjuster built in so that you don't have to, get the little screwdriver out, do the adjusting and try to, get it lined up. You just rotate this either way and it'll get to the level of closeness that you need. And so I did that, pop that on, and this little guy right here can do all my edging. It can shave and get all close. And on top of that, it's cordless. And this battery runs so long. So this little guy met all my needs, and I could throw it in my bag when I went traveling. And so again, this is my tried and true. I use this faithfully at least every other day if I go travel somewhere. We just spent 3 weeks in Germany. I brought this along with me. I didn't bring the cord to charge it. I just charged it before I left, and I haven't charged it yet. So it's been 3 weeks plus some, so at least a few months, and I haven't charged this thing yet. So this was worth every penny that I spent on it. Like, I can't recommend this enough. If you are any man of any denomination, this here is what you need. If you want to be able to shave and trim and do all the things, this is the one. Now, because I'm such a fan, I caught whim of a new product that they had, which was the same one, but this time it has a digital adjuster. So again, it has all the same capabilities of the previous version, but this time you press the little button, you can kind of see that it does a digital adjustment of the blade. And so if you need it to fade or have different levels to cut, this becomes the ultimate tool. And this too comes with a T outliner. Again, you have to purchase it separately, and the blades aren't interchangeable between the two models. So this has its own blades. But what I really like about this is that it came with a set of about 5 or 6 guards along with the adjustment and this blade. This is the only blade that you can use the guards with. And then again, if you buy the T outline, you could technically not have the original, And this becomes your most versatile grooming device because it can cut your hair if you want to do a cut, if you want to do a fade, it can do the shaving, it can do the trimming, the lining, the edging, it can do everything. This would be the one. The biggest difference between the two, again, aside from those features, is that this is a little more hefty, as you can see. Same sleek design. I mean, I really love this design. This is like sexy sitting on my counter in the bathroom. But anyhow, this one's a little bigger. This one definitely lighter, but they're both like heavy weighted devices, so they feel quality. I love both of these, and I just bought this one because like I was like, I'm gonna do some fading on my beard. Uh, I need a device like this that can do all the things. What I've come to find is that I still use this 98% of the time. I don't use this for the edging and the cutting because I own this one and this is my favorite. This is my go-to. And so, with that being said, if you had to choose between the two, if you want to do fading, you want to do hair cutting and all those things and have different levels, then I would say go with this one. If you don't have those needs and you just want to buzz it all off, get a quick shave, maybe do some edging, go with the original. Tried and true. All right. So now to the moment you all been waiting for. All right. I got a message in my email and it said new drop. And I'm like, new drop? Are these shoes? Like, what's going on? And the new drop was from Bevel. So Bevel sent me an email. Marketing worked well on me because, I'm a fan. And they said they had this new foil shaver. I was intrigued. The reason I was as intrigued is because, again, I shave with the T outliner under my neck and it gets pretty close, but I would like it to get a lot closer. There's like, crevices and things under your neck where there's still a couple little hairs. So it doesn't get as close as I would like for under my neck. Uh, Gets a really close buzz on my head. Like it can get down to, the skin almost where it's just right before a shadow. But I wanted something to get me cleaner. And again, I'm still worried about razor bumps and ingrown hairs and, all those things because it still happens in this area under my neck. And so, with the success I've had with the previous products, I figured I should give this a try because maybe this will be the one. And I've tried, various electric shavers in the past. I have currently have a babyless, single foil shaver. I've tried the double foil shaver. That one did irritate my skin. I've tried the Andes double foil shaver. That irritated my skin. The single, I think I'm getting through the irritation. But with the single and a foil shaver, it takes a lot of back and forth to get a really, really close. And even still, you have to, I think with any foil shaver, you have to still trim the hairs down so they're at like a stubble so that you can go through. So I'm hoping that, this is the double shaver that does it all. Some of the specs on this, again, that intrigued me. You get up to 3 weeks worth of shaving off of 1 hour fully charging. There are 3 flexible blades on this. It's waterproof, so that means I can do a wet or dry shave, which is beautiful. It says the dermatologist tested. So again, that sensitivity of my skin, I'm hoping this is the answer. And then lastly, the thing that intrigues me the most is this auto sensing technology, where it says it reads and adapts to your hair density, capturing and cutting more hairs in every shave. That is some pretty smart technology if it actually works. I will have to report back on that, which is why I haven't shaved because I'm waiting to use this, but I wanted you all to have the pleasure of going through this unboxing with me. So here it is, the Bevel electric shaver. Uh, and I'm a rookie at this unboxing thing, so I don't know, if people start out with the plastic already cutting off. So, you know, bear with me as we fumble through this here at my desk. Do I have any scissors up in this joint? Okay, let's see. I'm working. Let me get set back a little bit. Bam. Get out of there, light. Black man. Let me get my mic closer. Here we go. All right. I need to give me an overhead camera. But anyhow, here we go. Beautiful. Nice boxing. What I would expect. Where's the opening? Oh, okay. Did you see? There it is. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? So very simple in the box. Look at that. Oh no. Look at that. Encased. All right. So let me show you the device. Okay. Okay. So, same sleek, sexy design uh that we got from the trimmers. Very ergonomic, I would say, with the angles and the different gripping features. It's very light. Yeah, I'm impressed with the looks. And then the power buttons right there. So let's give it a listen. Well, that's a bummer. It doesn't come pre-charged. I think the previous ones, I think they were already like pre-charged. So I suppose I have to charge it up to hear the engine. Anyhow, let's see what else is in the box. So we have our shaver. We have little box. And in this little box, there is okay, charging cord. Actually, let me go ahead and pull that out because we need that. Maybe I can plug it in and power it up because it also says on the box that it has a 5-minute quick charge. Uh, so in 5 minutes, it'll give you enough power for one full shave. I don't know how they measure a full shave, and if that's like a beard or a head, but that's what the advertisement says. Here's another bigger box, and in this box, you get the little brush to clean off your trimmer. You get Bevel branded oil. It's important for your clippers and trimmers. And then all the other ones came with something similar, but you get this little it's a sexy little crown royal bag for your bevel for protecting, which is pretty cool. Something to note on the originals when you do travel, I do put them in this bag, but I've noticed that sometimes because let me show you this because this is the power button right here. I don't know if you can see that right there. That's the power button. Um, Sometimes even in the bag, this can become, something can push on it and then it becomes active. Ooh, you hear that? So it turns on and you hear this buzzing coming from your bag and you end up running down your battery. So I've noticed that, the bag is nice, but it doesn't prevent that. So, if this is jostling in your bag with other things, it probably will cut on. And this is a very protective case, right? So usually what I do is I put it in this bag and then I put it in my toiletry bag so that it can't get bumped. So, word to the wise. But anyhow, I would like to formally thank you for tuning in. Uh, please stay tuned for for more videos. I plan to again continue this review and come along the journey with me as I progress and as I get better at these reviews. My goal is to not hit you with a bunch of specs because you can get that. That's out there. Those videos are out there and you will see those. If you want more specs, hit me up in the comments and I can drop the specs or give you the resource. But I want to give you, real life application because when I look at videos, I'm searching to find not the uh cookie cut specifications of whatever the reviewed item is. I want to know like functionality, real life functionality. How are you using it? What's it like? What's the experience like, so that it paints a picture for me to know if it fits in my lifestyle. So, with all that being said, again, I'll be back with my actual take on how this cuts and what it feels like, and if I do experience any irritation. In conclusion, if you will, if you don't have one of these, and you've heard all the rave about this, the rave is true. Like it's true. Get one of these. Whether it's the original OG, you have to get the T blade outliners. Like that's important. If you want to get a close cut and you want to be able to edge up, you got to get the T blade. But whether it's this one or the adjustable one, again, whatever one suits your needs according to, you want one machine to do it all, haircutting and everything, or if you want, or if your need is just a machine that can, give you a nice, pretty close shave, and also, edge you up and get you tight. Uh, this is the one. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for checking me out and bearing with me. I promise this will get better. Deuces.